okay? And this is the harsh reality that I'm facing, is that I have to completely start over, and I'm up for the challenge. I'm up for the journey with this whole the YouTubeosphere. There's just some things that you have to make sure that you just accept, okay? When it comes to growing on YouTube. So just getting adjusted here, making sure my little bang is, together. All right, 3 things. The first one is that just taking 5 to 7 minutes to have a little bit of structure to your video will go a long way. Here's why. The brain, it's not about being authentic. It's not about being real. It's not about going against being true to yourself, selling yourself out. It literally is because the viewer psychologically is looking for structure. So the brain operates it looks for patterns, it looks for structure, it looks for a way to store information. So if there's not some kind of structure, so just 5 to 7 minutes, even if you're the type like me to pop on your camera, you're going to want to make sure to have some kind of structure, right? Even if you just go off the dome like I do all the time and you just riff, at least have it in some kind of 3-part structure. Even as I started this video, 3 things I wish I knew, right? So you're expecting me, okay, when I say my first one, you're ready for the second one. And then when I say my second one, you're like, okay, so she said she has 3. So she's going to have, I'm going to, wait till she gets to the 3rd one, right? And then you're going to, analyze if it was actually information that you were able to benefit from. So at the beginning, when I first started my YouTube channel, I did not do that. I just talked about anything and everything. And I'll talk about my reasoning why I think that was still a good thing overall. But when it comes to growing your YouTube channel fast, it's just not, okay? So number 2 is you are going to want to make sure to just double down, triple down, quadruple down on something that's already working on your channel. So you have to make sure that you like what you're talking about. So if you talk about 10 different topics and then all of a sudden one of the topics just takes off for whatever reason, I'm telling you, and I'm going to tell you why that you're going to want to do this. Just go with it. For the next 90 days, double down, triple down on that one thing. So say you talk about, you have no idea what you want your niche to be. So you talk about cycling, bicycling, you talk about cooking, you talk about motorcycles, you talk about hair, you talk about traveling. It's just kind of all over the place, right? And out of nowhere, for some reason, one particular topic just takes off. Make sure that if you talked about trees one time and the tree video happens to take off, you're going to want to make sure to triple down on that, double down on that, okay? Because I'm not going to say it's difficult, but we are here as the creator, as the producer, to serve the viewer. So why would I have a video go viral and then not produce again and give the viewer what they want, right? That's how you get the AdSense money. That's how you rack up the watch hours, okay? I was stubborn and still am on this channel. I'm still stubborn on this current channel right now, but I'm starting over on my other channel, the C Code, and I'm seeing massive results very quickly. And I'm like, okay, now I get it. But I'm starting over. I'm gonna take the L and look at the benefits of this, but I have to start over. So when I started popping on this channel, I reluctantly did not take advantage of the viral videos that I started to have, right? So what I did was I was like, well, no, I want to only do what I want to do, right? Like I'm still getting great feedback from the viewers, but it's like someone would find me from a fat loss video, someone would find me from a skincare video, someone would find me from a let's talk about spirituality video, someone would find me about veganism, so yeah, I am getting good feedback about that one topic in that one video, right? But overall, we've been able to build a nice community over here, but it still is technically all over the place when it comes to the algorithm. So This channel has almost 5,000 people that have subscribed to this channel from YouTube growth. So what I technically should have done is not been stubborn and been like, well, I wanted to help people with fat loss and health and wellness. I should have continued to talk about YouTube growth and then spun it in a way where I was able to weave in what I wanted to talk about here and there, so I wouldn't go crazy just talking about YouTube growth. But I should have done that, right? So that's what I wish I knew 5 years ago. As you're experimenting, as you are adding more content to your channel, whatever starts to pop, double down, triple down, quadruple down on that. Do not be stubborn like I was. Do not feel like you can beat the algorithm. It's not designed like that. It's 100% for the viewer, okay? And we know that because when I'm on someone's channel and they all of a sudden start talking about, like, there's been a lot of people over the last 10 years that I used to love watching, and I unsubscribed, not because they're not great people, not because I don't like them, like admire them from afar still. It's just their content isn't the subject matter that they talk about isn't my jam. Like, I have no interest. So I'm just like, okay, well, that was a fun ride, being a part of that community, and now I'm no longer a part of that community. Okay, so here's the thing, guys. It's all about making sure that you are paying attention to the viewer, okay? So that's number 2. Number three is, this is kind of similar to number 2, but it's a little bit more nuanced, which is extremely important. And I'm on the C Code, my other channel, I'm seeing this. When you when you drop a video and it starts to pop, you want to make at least 2 to 3 other videos with a very similar title. I know that sounds like why would you want to make a similar title? Because in our brain, we're like, okay, that one thing worked. Now we got to find a new thing. That's not how the world of social media and the internet works. When something is working, you want to, and I'm going to give you a very specific example on this, so stick with me. You want to just do like a 2%, 3% variant of that subject matter. So for example, if I talk about how to get watch hours and say it takes off, right? Say I talk about how to get 4,000 watch hours quickly. Now, if all of a sudden that starts to go viral on my page, I'm not going to do another video that says how to grow your YouTube channel. That's not going to hit the same as in if I were to say what I wish I knew before I hit 4,000 watch hours. Okay, so that's a little bit of a variant. Then another video would be, I hit 4,000 watch hours in 90 days. Here's how I did it. And then another variant would be, this one thing helped me get to 4,000 watch hours fast. Do you see what I'm saying? So then that way, because you have to think about it like this. Someone found me because they want to get their watch hours. Okay. They want to soak up as much information as they can about how to get their watch hours as fast as they can. So the natural thing is, if they find you once from one type of video, then the very natural thing that they're going to do is they want more. They don't want to hear you talk about watch hours and then all of a sudden they look through your page and you have a cooking video right before that. Right before that, you're talking about motorcycles. Right before that, you're talking, and then they're like, oh, okay, well, seems like a nice person. I got what I needed from that one page, right? Yes, I still need watch hours. Okay, so Everyday Muscle, I'm not kidding. As if you really are about this life, if you want to get the watch hours fast, like look at your analytics and look at your top 3 videos and do like only content about those topics for the next 30 days. And just do a small variant, even like the one that you say popped on your channel of like, I've been on YouTube for X amount of years and still am not monetized, I believe it was. Do another, do like 5 other variations of that. Still not monetized after 5 years. Here's what I've learned. I've been at this for 5 years, been at the YouTube game for 5 years, still not monetized. Just do little variations of it, and people are going to keep soaking up your information, because what happened is people probably went to your page and was like, ooh, this is a really good video. And then you went to like talking about fitness, which again, this is where I got messed up, and where a lot of us get messed up when we're in the YouTube game and we're just starting out. And even when we're in the game for a long time, it's like we really want our channel to be about something that we're passionate about. But you have to remember, it's a channel. It's a channel. So I'm giving someone on the other side of the lens information that's going to benefit them. If I want to make content about fitness, then I should never have varied from fitness ever. And then just kept doubling, triple down, quadruple down, quintuple down on fitness. And then hopefully one of the videos would have eventually popped. But because like you did the variant and it worked, which I learned the hard way on this too. I probably would be at 50K right now. When that one, it's still, that's like the main, what are you doing, dude? That's still the main way that I'm getting subscribers is going on, is from that video, right? And then I'm over here talking about money making. I'm over here talking about wellness. I'm over here talking about, so it's like, I messed up. I did. I took an L. So, and the L, I'm turning it into a W, which is and I'm using it as a teaching moment. But I genuinely would have been at 50K. So if I would have just done 10 other videos about, because of it, what was the title of it? It was, I've been on YouTube for 5 years and finally got monetized or something like that. Or no. I think I said I started posting every day and got monetized, something like that. Everybody, there's so many people, there's over 2,000 comments on that video where people got hooked because of the very first 3 seconds. And so if I would have done 10 more videos with just that first 3 seconds, I would be at 50K. Guaranteed, not even a joke, like not even a guess. So I'm learning that on my new channel. I'm doing it by YouTube's rule, not YouTube's rules, the rules of the game. It's almost like if I were to try to play basketball, but then apply golf rules to it. Yeah, there's going to be overall generalities of like, be resilient, make sure to work out, make sure to keep going when you don't make, when you don't score. I mean, there's general things, but there's a specific skill for each game. And so I was trying to play like 15 different games on one channel, and it literally doesn't work like that. Like I've tried it. I was stubborn for 5 years. I'm paying for it right now, right? ChatGPT told me I could incorporate the two by talking about exactly. And that's what I should have done as well. Like I should have, because I dripped in that video that went viral. I dripped the fact that I talk about health and fitness. So I could have done 10 more videos where I talked about YouTube growth, but then kept dripping in wellness and fitness. So that way I was still getting my own personal like joy out of like self-development. I could have, and that's what I'm doing now, right now. Full transparency. I'm like, there's 5,000 people. So I have 13,000 subscribers. There's 5,000 people that followed me from one YouTube growth video. So really, I should be serving the biggest majority of who follows me, right? So I'm going to be doing that. So, I'm going to do an experiment on this channel and kind of get unique and spin it where it's like I talk about YouTube growth, but I'm still talking about self-development, and I'm just going to see what happens. Because right now, me talking about all these topics, I mean, yeah, I'll get compliments, like in one video, I'll talk about God and people will come, a couple people will comment, this was great. This is the message I needed to hear. And then I'll talk about money making in another video, and they're like, oh my gosh, Ciana, I'm going to get your course right now. Like, it's like I'm serving individual little samples of like the whole food court. Like if you go to the mall and there's like 10 different options, and you just get to like the viewer just gets to walk around and sample a little bit of everything. It's like, that's what my channel is. And then at the end of the day, I don't go, we don't go back to the food court all the time. It's just like that one time, and I got to like get a little bit of this, a little bit of that. And it's like, okay, cool. But then we all have our go-to places, right? That we go to every single week, no matter what, like a Starbucks. So you want your channel to be like a Starbucks. Like you want everybody to guaranteed like go to your channel and this is what you're serving. They know they're getting it. It's like if you were to go to Starbucks and all of a sudden they're selling you, like they only sell for the day, just for the day, they're only selling like horchata. Is that what it's called? Like the Mexican, I think it's like a Mexican drink. Bomb drink. I'm probably saying it wrong, so please forgive me and correct me in the comments. I think it's called horchata. And it's like, imagine if Starbucks only sold horchata and everybody this whole time has been following Starbucks specifically for coffee, sometimes tea, you know, tea. Okay, we'll give you the tea Starbucks. Okay, that's fine. But we come here for our coffee, period, right? So you want that level of like what you're promising to people. And I'm learning that on my other channel, the C code. If anyone wants to follow me over there, I talk about money. I am only talking about how to make money online for millennials. I'm contemplating about only doing it for women, but anyone can make money. So I'm kind of like, it's not necessary on that channel. But specifically only speaking about only money, and I'm literally seeing it grow way quicker than this channel. So I'm already at like 40 watch hours that are going to go toward my my 4,000 watch hours. And I noticed that when people come to that channel, they will watch at least 2 to 3 other videos. When I look at the analytics, they're not only just watching one, they're watching 3. Because when they come to my channel, they're like, okay, this is decent information. Let me see what else this woman is talking about. And they're like, oh, I actually like this stuff. Let me subscribe. And so someone had asked me, they're like, Ciana, do you think that because you already have a YouTube channel and you told everybody else about your other channel, that now you kind of had like a pop of growth? No. And let me explain why. I looked at the analytics. So initially, like the first 20 subscribers, yes, I do believe that just some like loyal to the soil people that just like genuinely like me as a human being. And we're like, oh, I want to hear her talk about money. I wanted to hear her talk about cooking. I don't care what Ciana talks about. I've been rocking with Ciana for a long time. I'm going to follow her other channel. Okay. Let me help support her channel. So when I first started talking about the C code, I immediately got like 10 subscribers. And then over the course of the next 2 weeks, it slowly popped up to like 20. After that, I didn't get no more subscribers, right? So that told me, okay, everybody that was going to translate over from this channel already translated over. Maybe some people might continue to trickle over to that other channel, but for the most part, the first 2 weeks when I announced that I had the other channel and talked about it consistently, everybody already translated over who cares to hear me talk about money making. Okay. So now I'm at 75 subscribers within 1 month. You guys, it took me, I had 6 subscribers on this channel for 3 years. I'm not even kidding. I will prove it to you guys in the analytics. I remember looking at that 6 number being like, woo, okay, like this is a journey. This is a journey. So the channel, it's called The C Code. So the THE, C as in CI. So like, you know, my name is Ciana. So it's the first 2 letters of my name, CI code, CODE. So the C code. And it's just about money making. And I've been, and I'm going to be honest, you guys, I've been able to flow even better on that channel when it comes to money making, because I feel comfortable knowing that everybody watching me on that channel wants to hear me talk about, like they're tapping in with the C code to hear me talk about the money. The reason why I called it the C code is because it's kind of like, it sounds like the cheat code. And technically CI in some languages is chi. It's pronounced chi. So it's kind of like the C code, the cheat code. You know, I thought it was cute, right? So that's why I called it the C code. And it's the Ciana code of how I cracked the code of breaking out of the 9-to-5 mindset and morphed into the dimension of entrepreneurship, right? I had to unravel my mind, unlearn all the 9-to-5 teachings, and train myself into the entrepreneurial mind. And so I feel like I have the C code, the cheat code to it, right? So that's why and it's a variation of Embody Pursuit. Everything's going to be under, because we're embodying our next level, right? So I don't really talk about Embody Pursuit like that. I will in the future, but I'm doubling down, tripling down on what's working. So every single video that works, I just do a tiny variation of the same video. And how many times have you guys done that? How many times have you guys gone to a channel and binge watched 5 other videos because they were serving what you were looking for? Right? Yeah, C code, but it's called you want to make sure it's the C code. So not just C code, it's the C code, with the @ sign. Yeah, thank you, Everyday Muscle. So just subscribed. I had a finance channel, but I gave up. You know, money is one of the number one ways to make money online is to talk about making money, health, and love. Those are the 3 things that human beings are constantly, never-ending story. They're constantly looking up. Okay, so I would revive that channel. Like that's worthy of your time. Now, if you have a very unique, very unique thing you want to do, you have to get really creative. Like I was watching the Diary of a CEO yesterday, his vlogger channel, not the normal channel, but his vlog channel. And he was talking about how this guy has like 50 million subscribers. Maybe you guys know who he is. He does videos. He acts like he does funny vampire comedy. That's a very unique, special thing. And I almost feel like you have to be gifted to think about wanting to do something like that, right? Like who's looking up vampire comedy, right? So if you have you just feel like you are downloaded with this is the best idea ever, I don't care, everyone's gonna think I'm ridiculous for doing vampire comedy, but you just, something in your deep in your spirit, deep in the depths of your soul, go for it. But if you're like me, everyday people like me and you, just go for the health, love, or finance and call it a day until you get your special anointing of what you're going to talk about, that's just so radically unique on the planet. And so I'm talking about how to make money for millennials, okay? Because I truly feel like I think that if you're a millennial, even a young Gen Xer, I think that we're the ones who should be millionaires from online. I think that it's our inheritance for being born. I really do. We had to be the crash dummies for the internet. We should be the ones, not the Gen Zs only. We should also be able to become a millionaire within a year. You guys, these kids are out here making bank. It's normal for them to make 200K, 300K, 400K at 20 years old. I think that's our birthright as millennials. We're the ones who had to deal with the dinosaur, the dinosaur computers first. Then we had to deal with the basic singular wireless, where there was only 3 buttons on the cell phone, and play with the snake. Then we were the first ones that had to deal with MySpace. We're the first ones that had to deal with LimeWire. We were the first ones that had to deal with, the very, very first variation of Facebook. We should be the ones being millionaires from the internet. We're millennials. We were growing up at the turn of the not only the century. What's it called when the turn of 1,000 years happens? We were alive in 2 different thousands. What's it called? Does someone help me out? We have decades, we have centuries, and then we have the 1,000 bracket. Whatever that's called. What is that called? That's going to get on my nerves. What's that called? The turn of the 1000s? That's not millennium? Okay, maybe that's what it is. Oh yeah. Duh. See why I love the tribe? Y'all be helping me out. Duh. It's literally, we're millennials. Okay, exactly. We were born, nobody else can say that they were a teenager and a young adult during the turn of the millennium. That's why we're millennials. But you know what I'm saying? It's like we've lived in several decades, like 80s, 90s, early 2000s, and millenniums. Like, dude, we were part of the Y2K scare. We were part of like all these things, right? 9/11, like all these things. We should be the one benefiting, not, why is a 21-year-old a millionaire and none of us are? I mean, maybe some of you, if y'all are a millionaire in the tribe, please speak up, because I need, like, help us out over here. But I'm assuming that most of us aren't, which is fine, but it is it does something to my soul to see people that are 21, 22, 23 that are millionaires from the internet, because they don't know any different. Their consciousness is like, they were born into people making money on the internet. So they don't remember the era where people were not making money on YouTube, when people were literally posting, like going to the zoo. I was watching a thing. I think the most viral video on YouTube is literally someone going to the zoo. Like it's something where, and that person, maybe they're making money now, I don't know. But that was like, oh, cool. Wow. This is getting 1 billion views. How cool is that? Like, no money, right? This is before AdSense was attached to the videos, all that, right? So all of us, the millennials, the younger Gen X's, had to deal with like all the variations of this, and then we're still working 9 to 5s, making like, maybe we'll crack 100K, maybe to make it to 200K, you know, like as we continue to slowly get promotions. No. So that's why I started the other channel, because I'm like, we have to break out of our mindset. I feel the same way. K and A, exactly. All these streamers and like, no, we're not going to be the ones who had to deal with the black box, basically. Like, you know, like the big computers that had like the big monitors with the black screen and the green typing. Remember that? The green type, the green letters, right? Remember, like, we should be the ones being millionaires from it. And then also the Gen Zs get to like benefit. Everyone gets to eat, right? Baby boomers, everyone gets to eat from this. But I really feel like we kind of got like gypped, in the sense of like, I feel like we're the perfect sweet spot between old school and new school. We have the wisdom, and we're still young in the bigger scheme of life, right? People are comfortably living till 100. So we're still young. But then we're wise at the same time. It's like the perfect sweet spot. Okay, so that's why I started the other channel, because I wanna wake my millennial brothers, sisters up out of the 9 to 5 mindset. Like it literally irks me to my soul that people just do not believe that they can make money online. Okay, so there's there's my rant on that. So if you're interested in that kind of stuff, tap in with me over there. But this is about YouTube growth, like over in this particular live stream. And I really should have done the 3 things that I talked about. So there's 3 things that I talked about. If you're just popping in with the live right now, you're going to want to watch this on the replay. But let me see, I was kind of riffing. So just to kind of recap, you want to make sure, okay, the first one was structure. It doesn't really take much, like too long to like just have 3 points. If you're going to riff like I do, just 3 main points that you talk about, because psychologically the viewer is going to be looking for some kind of structure. If they kind of see that you're not really having some kind of means to an end at some point, they just kind of check out. When you say, hey, 3 things I wish I knew earlier, they're like, okay, cool, I'm willing to stick around for the 3 points, right? So just kind of quickly think about that. I could have probably been at 20 or 30K riffing still, just by having some kind of structure, right? Something to give you guys, like, just like a little template for you guys to follow. So that's the first one. I wish I would have known that when I first started YouTube. The second one, what was I talking about? If anyone was on here, doubling, tripling, quadrupling down on whatever's working. So whatever viral video, if you've made 30 videos and one does a pop, just make 10 more videos about that. Yes, it's going to be annoying. Yes, you're not going to want to turn your whole channel into that, but it's just the proven formula time and time again. I'll use Gary Vee as an example. Okay. Gary Vee is somebody that I'm sure you've seen him. He says the F word a lot all the time, and he talks about branding and marketing, but he was known for years as the wine guy. And so because he had so much loyalty with the wine, and people saw how much success, when he started varying and talking about other things like branding and marketing and making money online and you know, fashion, you know, clothes and hats, and it was like people just automatically trusted him because he was so trusted about that one thing. Like he just like was just hammering it, right? So he was like the go-to person. So it's like when something is working, when that viral video popped on my channel, what I was saying in the second point is I should have doubled down and tripled down on that. I should not have then just started talking about something else immediately after. That was a L. Okay, so this page, a lot of times people will say, Ciana, why don't you at least have 50,000 subscribers? Like, I just don't understand. And it's 100% my fault. It's like, because like I want to talk about whatever is on my heart that day. We all want to do that, right? Like, it's like, ooh, I'm feeling like talking about this today. I'm feeling, you know, talking about that today. It's just how we're wired as human beings. And it makes sense. Like if I had a coworker, and one day me and the coworker are bonding over chocolate, and then on another day me and the coworker are bonding over getting coffee, and then another day me and the coworker are bonding over a childhood trauma. It makes sense when you're in person. When you're online, it's like it just doesn't work like that. The algorithm is hooking people and serving people. It's like a library. The viewer is walking into the YouTube library, and the viewer is walking around like, okay, do I want to go in the horror film section? Do I want to go in the sci-fi section? Do I want to go into the comedy section? And it's serving you all these things based on what you already view. And then they pick that, they go, it's like, imagine someone physically going in, they go in the section that they like, and then they go physically take a book. And the library is like, here you go, it's your world, right? And you get to just like have fun in your world. So if I'm like, one day I'm in the comedy section, one day I'm in the sci-fi section, one day I'm serving something to people in the fitness section, it's like, dang, you know, this person's all over the place, right? And it's like, they're not really an expert all over, like they're really good in this one area, but I kind of don't like when they talk about this. So I'm not gonna, like, they're talking about that this week, I'm not gonna tap in with them. So I've just had to learn that. That's why this page has grown so slowly. I still get new subscribers every single day, believe it or not. Even with how like all over the place. My umbrella is very huge. Okay, so people that are signing on to this and still continue to watch, they just genuinely like the variation. But in general, human psychology on the via the internet, it just doesn't work like that. Okay, so that's what it is. Okay, so learn from my mistake. If you don't want to be 5 years in the game and at 13,000 subscribers only, then don't do what I did. And then number 3 is, it's similar to number 2, but when something is popping, make the title, because the reason why the person even clicked on your channel to begin with is because your title and your thumbnail, something about that combination was intriguing. Don't vary from it. Just make 10 more videos that are very, very similar, and just do 2 to 3 to 4 degrees different. Okay, so when that one video popped, I've been on, I finally got monetized after 5 years, whatever the title was. Then I should have said, after being on YouTube for 752 months, I got monetized on YouTube. After being on YouTube for 300 million hours, I finally, you know, because technically it's all the same, right? I'm just breaking the time period down in different blocks. And then that would have kept people being like, ooh, well, she talked about this in this video. I want to hear it again in a different way. Like, I don't know why we're like that. It's kind of like when you go to church and you hear about the story of Adam and Eve, and it's like you've heard the story of Adam and Eve 100 times, but there's just something about hearing about the story of Adam and Eve again, but like there's just a tiny bit of a variant, like a new revelation in talking about the story again. Does that make sense? Like, I hope you guys are vibing with me. Let me know if that's making sense. Like, there's just something about hearing the same message in a slightly different way that just continues to help people understand it on deeper and deeper and deeper levels. So now that I have just like seen this happen, I'm seeing it in real time on the C code, and I'm going to give you guys updates probably every week on how the C code is doing. But like, it genuinely is, the rules that the gurus talk about, they are working on my other channel. Now, here's why I feel like I still had to do this journey. It was a personal journey. I got severely, what would I call this? Like, you know how there's just something that can happen to you in life and it just literally takes all the wind out of your sails. Like, it can be, one moment can be so traumatizing. Just a couple of minutes can literally be so traumatizing to your spirit that it literally sent you on a whole nother trajectory. And that moment, and it's so stupid when I like look back on that moment, I'm like, dude, if I saw that lady now, like, I would be running circles around her. But I was a young 25-year-old woman, and I had gotten this new promotion, and I was learning. I was a new district manager. I was over, you guys know about my district manager story, but if you don't, really quick, I was over 7 locations in the greater LA area. I had 30 full-time people working under me. It was a very big role for a young mind, right? But I still had like what it took. It's kind of like when somebody makes it to the NBA and they're only 19 years old, and it's like, ooh, they're young. Like, are they ready? You know, it's kind of like that, like where they have the talent, but like they're still wobbly, like in some areas. And so I was still wobbly. And so instead of having like a very motivating and inspiring and encouraging boss, she completely like shut me down. She was like, you sounded stupid when you spoke up on that conference. It was just whatever. So me having a very obedient personality, I took that to heart. I was like, why did I even get this position? And I was only in the position for like 3 months, right? So I'm still learning this big role. And I'm like, you know, just feeling like SHIT basically, right? And I internalized that. So it stifled, it literally, I felt like chains were put on my voice that day. Because I had always been revered for having like not revered, I'd always been like known for having like a very nice speaking voice, right? Being able to talk on conference calls, in person, people would be like, wow, you're a powerful speaker, right? That day, it was like, in the spiritual dimension, I felt like a change. Like, I remember trying to speak up on conference calls. I could not speak. It was the weirdest experience. Like, and it was like that my entire, like, I was able to kind of break through like a little bit more and more. So I had to start a YouTube channel on a personal level just to activate my voice again. Like, I had to get over sounding stupid. I had to get over feeling silly. I had to get over saying something that didn't make sense. Like, maybe like I'm processing in real time, right? I had to like just get over my fear of that. And people have said it too. Like, in the beginning, they'd be like, this doesn't even make any sense. Like, what is this girl? She's rambling. I just was like, I gotta just keep going. So for me, I had to do the talk about whatever, have no niche on a personal level. So like, I might not have won. It's getting hot right here. I might not have won when it comes to, you know, growing a YouTube channel in 5 years to 100K. Like most people do. Most people are easily growing a channel to 100K subscribers in 5 years. Like, it's like kind of ridiculous if you haven't at that point. There's something that you are completely doing wrong. But where I exponentially won is that I activated my voice back. I got my confidence back. Right? So it made sense for me to do it on a personal level. But now it's different now. I've already unlocked. You let the negative seed get planted. Exactly. And and the roots went like 1,000 feet deep. so it was like, and then I was in, and it was like 100 feet up. So you would see me. I remember, so that boss got fired, by the way, that I had that told me that. She was a horrible, but I didn't know. I thought it was just me, but I guess she was saying crazy stuff to everybody on the team. So she got fired or let go, whatever. The company made cuts, financial cuts. She was one of the people that got cut. She was like the dead fat that needed to go. So I got a new boss, right? And she was like, Ciana, why, like, how don't I already know who you are? Because so there's 200 district managers in this global company, right? And then there's like 25 directors or 25 regional managers. There's thousands and thousands of like managers that work inside the store. And then there's about 200 to 250 district managers across the planet. It's a very small group of people, right? So she was a regional manager, obviously. And she was like, when she became my boss, she was on the East Coast. I live on the West Coast. She was like, Ciana, why don't I know who you are? Like, why haven't I heard your name before? Like, you are an excellent manager. Like, I've been talking to all your managers and I literally have not heard one negative thing about you. Like, that's very rare, right? And there's probably one girl that if she would have talked to, because there's this one girl, me and her just didn't click. Like, it just was weird. But anyways, but 90% of the managers that work for me really did enjoy me being their boss. And I was like, I don't know. I don't speak up on conference calls. She's like, why? And I was like, well, and I told her, I was like, I was told that I sound stupid because that one time I did kind of not make sense, right? That one time. And she could have told me in a coaching moment, like, hey, look, like, good job for speaking up. That takes a lot of guts. Let's kind of rework the way that you go on the next conference call. Like, because I was on a conference call with like the top people of the company. And I just like, it just was irrelevant. Like, it wasn't, it was an L, right? But it was like the fact that I even tried to speak up, right? With like people that are 50 years old, that are high up in the company and like whatever. So anyways, I say all that to say, like, there's reasons why God has you doing certain things. So don't overthink it. Like, if you have a channel already and you're like, it's just not like, I just want to give up, reframe the way that you're looking at it, right? Reframe the way that you're looking at it. Maybe you're not having the success that you assume that you should be having based on other people's journeys, but my journey is different. I had to just start talking to get my confidence back. So maybe for you, it might be similar. Like, it might just be getting confident on camera. It might just be believing in yourself, right? Yes, I'm a native to Cali. Yep. So those are the 3 things, guys. Adding end titles to the video to promote other videos. Yes. So what I've been doing on the C code is when you go in the back office, there is you add, like you said, you do, like, you add an ending video or adding end titles. Yeah. I add you know how people like the video ends and then what's it called? It's just like, yeah, like an end video, I guess. It's called something else, I believe, but I do an end video on every single one, and I choose where it says best for viewer. So sometimes you can pick what you want the viewer to watch, but I trust YouTube more than I trust my knowledge. YouTube knows what video of mine to suggest to them based on how they watch stuff. So that I just do that one, and I feel like it's working on that channel. So let's just say somebody watched the most recent video that I posted on that channel, and then I want them to watch the 3rd video that I posted, but then YouTube really knows that it should be suggesting the 1st video that I posted on the channel. So I allow YouTube to pick the video. It says best for viewer. And that's been working. And then at the end of every single video, another best for viewer video pops up. So it's like it keeps them hooked on the channel. And I'm seeing it in the analytics. I see in the back office how people are like coming to my channel and watching 2, 3, 4 videos. On this channel, that doesn't happen. It's like hit or miss. Like people will come to watch one video and then they abandon the channel. So that's the biggest takeaways. I hope that helps. Okay, if you want to get unlocked, there's like 50 other things that I'm doing on that, because I've learned the hard way so many times for 5 years. On this channel, I'm monetized, things are working. I have I'm full-time online, so it's not like me not having 100K subscribers has like held me back from being able to have an online business. But I could have done a lot better. I could have done it a lot faster, and I could have done it quicker. The strategy was just off. So now I have a very, very solid strategy that's working. So if you want to get unlocked in some kind of way with your, like if you're struggling to get watch hours, and if you're struggling to get monetized, I know how you can get monetized, because I've done everything wrong. So I know how to do everything right now. Like I've done every single thing that they don't tell you to do, I did. And then I'm like, oh, they're right. So you know what I mean? So now I can unlock you. So you can do email coaching with me. It's phenomenal. Send in your direct question and I can help you. So if you go to my website, embodypursuit.com, there's, you ask me 3 questions. You get 3 questions in that coaching. And I go in with you on, like, you can tell me your exact problem with your YouTube channel. And you're like, maybe you're stuck at 100 subscribers. Maybe you're stuck at like 2,000 watch hours, and the roll, because it's a rolling 365 hours. So every time a day goes by, like today's whatever date it is right now, whatever it's the 6th or 7th or 8th, whatever date it is. Last year on this day, the hours already fell off. Okay, the hours already fell off. So you might be in that loop of like, man, like I'm trying to like gain the 4,000 watch hours within 365 days. And I just feel like I cannot do it. I got you. So, but I have to know your specific situation. There's only so much we can do on a live stream. So go to embodypursuit.com, get in the email coaching with me. I only have a few spots left for July. Because it physically takes my time to send you a voice memo and read through all of your guys' questions, and then really give you a genuine in-depth response. And then I'm reading your question back, and then I give you a genuine, so it takes time. So I only can do a limited amount per month. So I only have a few spots left. Probably, I would say no later than like the 15th or 16th, I won't be able to take any more for the rest of the month. That's what I'm predicting. So get in there with me. It's email coaching, which is a really, really great coaching setup that's available now that I set up on the website. So go to it. Honey says, love this message today. Activating the throat chakra is yes. I was like, I literally felt like, I remember I would talk and I would do this, guys. I would speak on the conference calls, and it was like, I don't know how to explain it. Like I would immediately get a really great thing to say. And then as soon as it was coming down to come like in my throat to then get projected out of my mouth in the form of sound waves as a voice, it was like something here was like stuck. Like I would then start to like do this. Like I remember talking and it would be like, I would like fade away. It was the weirdest thing, you guys. Does that make sense? Like, it literally would like, I would start to talk and it like I would just start to get like, you know, when they say you feel like you have a ball in your throat or you get choked up, like you're choked, like it's literally, that's how it felt. Like it literally felt like something was, and not only that, so that was happening. And then all of a sudden my mind would get jumbled up too. Like it was like, I would have a point that I want to say and it would be like a hitter. Like I would just know this was about to like, just be like heat on the conference call and just blow everybody away. And as it would happen, it was like, it was coming out jumbled and my voice was like fading. And then there's something called voice fry, I believe it's called, where people start to talk like this, like as they're talking, like they're literally like talking like this because like they just are not really confident in like the way that they're talking. Pay attention to it now. You'll and even sometimes like it's still a little bit there, not as much, but now I'm able to flow. I don't have like that at the end of like when people talk. That's a thing. I didn't know about that. I learned about, what's it called? I think it's called voice fry or like tone fry. It's something like that where men and women have it when it's like they're just not like, you can actually, they're giving themselves away inside their voice. So I would talk like that on conference calls. I'd be like, yeah, well, like it would be confident at first. And then as it was coming out of my mouth, I would still be able to get my point across barely. And then by the end of like the last like 2 sentences, I'd be like, yeah, so that's why I really, make sure to motivate and inspire my managers to do this because, and you know what I mean? And it's like, Ciana, what did you just say? Like, that doesn't make any, like, what's your point? Like, can you say it again? It didn't make sense. And I would be like wanting to be in tears because like that one moment, you guys, she got me at like a weird, I don't know. It was just like an open portal. To me, it was the devil, like using this woman as like using one of his demons to like stifle my anointing. I know that sounds crazy, but I really feel like sometimes like if you operate in the spiritual realm, spiritual warfare is a real thing. And I really feel like because there's like certain callings that we all have, gifts and callings in our life, we all have them, and mine has to do with my voice. And I really feel like it set me like my timeline back by like taking my voice away. And it literally was a perfect moment to be infiltrated. So if you have that, like if there's something like that in your life, I now know how to break that. I've done so much prayer, inner work, journaling, meditating on God's word. Like I've done so much sitting in silence. I've just, my intentional spiritual journey started when I was 28 years old. At the end of 27, turning 28. So for over a decade now, intentional spiritual work. Hey, Hallie, intentional spiritual work is like been my number one priority. It's centered in my life. So now I know how to unlock everybody else with it. Okay, so you guys know every time I start a message, it starts to get deep. It ends somewhere spiritual, but it's because that's really how I operate. I would say that your timeline and your timing have been perfect because this was always meant to be a part of your message to help. Exactly, Hallie. Exactly. I had, what do they call it? It's like the warrior's journey or whatever. Or like I went through a dark night of the soul for a long time. For a long time. Okay. And I finally broke out. I broke the chains. Like they're officially gone. I can feel it. Like I can feel it deep in my soul. It's like I was stuck somewhere. Like, you know, that sunken place, the movie, what movie was it called? Get Out, I think it's called. That sunken place where you literally see him in a dark portal and he's just like stuck to the chair. I felt like that's where my voice was. Literally. It was like something similar to that. It's like the closest like imagery that I can give everybody. And I would just be like, like I felt like I was stuck in mud. Like it was really, really weird. So I broken out of that. So that's why a lot of times when people see, like you'll see people be like, Ciana, I actually went on live when like I actually did this, or you told me to do this. There's something in my voice. I know it now. I'm comfortable saying it. I don't care if people talk crap about it. You just don't know your gift like I do. Okay. You know, like how some people just know they can sing. They just know they can dance, like Chris Brown. They just know they can whatever. I know that I can unlock people. That's what I do. I unlock people. And I can even do it without even knowing who you are. I can even do it with you seeing me drive in my car with a workout top on all the time. And you come back to my channel and say, I did this because you said to do it. Literally, there's something inside of the resonance of my voice for the people that God sent them to this channel to hear a certain message on that day. There's something inside of the vibe. Like it's almost like it's like not even my voice, it's the space in between my voice is something as well. And it unlocks people. Period. So if you want to get unlocked, if you feel like, man, like I need an extra unlocking, do the one-on-one email coaching with me. Get unlocked. Stop wasting your time. If you feel like you can't do it on your own, you can do it on your own. That's the thing. That's why I give so much free content, because I teach you guys how to do this stuff on your own. But if you just still feel like there's a blockage, I got you. Okay? So go to embodypursuit.com. I'm going to go ahead and go to the gym. Walk into the gym right now, get this workout on, and get the rest of the day going. I also have everybody go download all the free stuff on the website. By the way, I have a free 20K steps challenge, which we're still doing the challenge, 20K steps a day. If you're able to do at least double what you normally do, that's a win. So if you usually walk only like 3,000 steps a day, try to walk 6,000 steps a day today. Okay. I also have a free reset guide of how I literally, people were like, Ciana, you're literally glowing. Like, go back to the comments, the chat during January. There's so many comments of like, Ciana, you look so vibrant, so radiant. If you want to reset, do what I did in that reset. It's called the reset. It's free. It's a free like 6-page guide of exactly what I ate and my habits for that month. You can apply that anytime. You don't have to just do that in January like I do. What else do I have for free? Oh, my free money making. So I talk about money making. It's a free training. Get the free money making training. So everything, go to my page, go to the website, and everything that says the word free on it, get all of it. It's sitting there as amazing tools for you guys. Okay. Have a beautiful rest of your day, and we'll talk soon. Bye.